Hello and welcome. Today we have with us Farooq Tariq, who is one of the leading members of the political left in Pakistan and the General Secretary of the Pakistan Labour Party. Welcome, Farooq. Water is obviously a very emotive issue as it is between states in India. It's very easy to fan really flames of sectarian divide on that. And obviously it's for a common person who sees there is not enough water, particularly because the riparian downstream sites are not getting enough water, whatever may be the reason. But when the government starts playing into this, then the problem is it's very difficult to put back this hatred back into the bottle once you let it out. So it seems to be the way Pakistan state is going, that it does seem to want to continue the tensions with India, and today it probably feels strengthened by the fact that Americans need Pakistan to get them out of Afghanistan. So there is a belief, at least for some of us, that the Pakistan establishment today feels much more strong, and that is why we see all these things.
That's true to some extent. Water is an issue at present time. It's not a conspiracy by anyone bringing up an issue where the tension between the two nations could come to this conclusion where it has come up now. There is less water, there is no monsoon, and so there are natural reasons because of climate change. Some reasons has come up. Now there is an Indus Water Treaty. 1959 it was signed by General Ayub Khan, and water of 3 rivers were handed over to India, and water of 3 rivers were with Pakistan. No, but with the shortage of water, Indus Water Treaty is not effective anymore. What India has said, that we are doing according to the agreement, and maybe they are doing exactly according to agreement, and World Bank is a referee in that agreement, and they can't really build dam higher than a certain level, but there is no water. So whatever water is there is very little. So even if you stop water on a certain level, it stops water flowing further, because the main issue is on River Chenab and River Jhelum, mainly River Chenab, and to some extent to River Sindh, and that has been really exploited by the Pakistan intelligence agencies with the support of some of their groups, where Hafiz Saeed has taken an initiative. We never heard in the past that Hafiz Saeed group will take up an issue of water, a common man's issue, because there has been many other issues of common man. They never spoke against price hike, they never spoke against poverty, they don't take up any of the social issues. But now a class issue, a water issue, a peasant issue has been taken up by fundamentalists, and we are very clear why they have taken it. They just want to create an anti-Indian feeling in Pakistan. Now we have a dilemma in Pakistan. We are totally opposed to religious fundamentalism. We have taken the streets, whatever our forces are, against religious fundamentalism and also against imperialism. But on the other side, there is no water. They need to rediscuss the whole question of water. You can't discuss this just between India and Pakistan. It has to be on a regional level. New arrangement has to be made, and we have to see what sort of water we have and how we can distribute a just distribution of water for and also really to take up issue of climate change much more seriously, what we have been doing in the past, because water can become very sensitive. It is really like we have a peasant movement called Anjuman Muzari in Punjab. They have fought against military under Musharraf. 10 of them were killed, hundreds of them are in jail. They've taken over the land which was cultivated by the military farms. Now even that section, a radical section of the peasants, were influenced by this demagogy of the religious fundamentalists. So,
Farooq, the problem is in India also we have water disputes between states, and the problem that comes up, it's very easy to rouse passions on this because both sides feel the need for water, and between upper riparian and lower riparian there is always an issue because both can certainly use more water than they have, each of them.
That's right.
The problem is also the kind of cultivation we do.
That's
We are really going in for high yielding varieties, we need much more water, and so on. But the point again is that if the rivers have been divided or partitioned, now reopening the Indus Treaty is of course always the possibility. But given the fact that we have never been able to settle any issue post the 59 treaty on any other matter, reopening what has already been fixed could also be a problem. Also, it is possible that if there is really a radical change in the flow of water in the rivers, of course we can always relook at this case, but that case has to be established jointly.
Yes.
At the moment, this seems to be the platforms, seems to be the Indus Water Treaty, where bilateral discussions are supposed to happen. And from that, if it doesn't get resolved, of course it should come up to other levels. But at the moment, what we see is that it's really coming into in a way that bypassing what is an existing platform, it's coming on other platforms. The point is, at this rate, I think that we'll just add another issue to the issues dividing India and Pakistan.
No, I would say like this, that there are discussions taking place from the bureaucrats of both sides, in Pakistan and in India, on the basis of this treaty, Indus Water Treaty. But also, the state in Pakistan is making gestures, very clear gestures, that India is responsible. Although there is a treaty, and there has been World Bank involvement, where they have written a report and saying what India is saying is according to the treaty. So there is no real the basis of negotiation on this treaty, because Pakistani state may be talking to Indian, but then also using extra state actors. There is very clear propaganda in Pakistan that India is stopping the water. They are building dams, and dam after dam, they need energy, sources of energy, and the only way they can do is to stop the water of Pakistan. If there is a water availability, then this sort of propaganda had no basis. But there is a basis now. There is no water. And I have seen some of the figures where it is very clear that the availability of water to Pakistani peasants is less in the whole Indian subcontinent. And particularly the lower riparians, Sindh and so on. And the Pakistani government response to this is to promote anti-Indian feelings, and it is becoming more dangerous than Kashmir.
There is of course it is. Water can be far more dangerous in Kashmir. But there is also an argument that Sindh is being denied water because Punjab is using too much water. That's also now, if this kind of disputes is exactly what happens in India, also over water, and they're very, very dangerous between countries where already the tensions are so high. This can really be an explosive issue.
And when the dispute with the Sindh started on the question of Kalabagh Dam, we were very few in Punjab saying that Punjab should not do this, they should not build a dam which stops the water of Sindh, and it has to be built with the agreement of the all four provinces. Now, we were termed in Lahore as agents of Sindhis, we're not Punjabis. So a lot of propaganda against us. Even our close journalist friends went against us. We were blackouted in the media if we have a demonstration, and we were beaten up in Lahore by police when we had a demo against Kalabagh Dam. But now it has been generally accepted that this dam was unworkable. It was sort of a mega project which would have devastating effect for the areas in Pakhtunkhwa Khyber province, the new name of Northwest Frontier Province, and also it will stop the water of Sindh. So there are disputes inside Pakistan as well, where Punjabi ruling class are using the main resources of the state for the benefit of the Punjabi landowners, and they are mainly the military generals. And what has become like military has become a feudal lord. They own massive land. And I said in one of the meeting, if military want to cultivate the agricultural land, So give the aeroplane to the peasants and they will fly very good planes. So you have to give the right job to the right persons, and what military is doing in agriculture business, they have to come out of it and so on. So there are issues inside.
Thank you, Farooq. This has been a great pleasure having you with us. Hope that we will see you more in India and we can meet again.
Thank you very much.